Woody Wommack joined by Mike Farrell to talk about McKenzie Milton hitting the transfer portal. UCF quarterback's been out for 2 years since suffering a horrible injury at the end of the 2018 season. Mike, he's moving on because he wants to play. He's got a 6th year of eligibility. When news came out, I tweeted, Nebraska seems like the perfect fit. What do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Scott Frost had success at UCF, and they need a quarterback. They need a leader. He's definitely a leader type of guy. I think he's one of only 2 quarterbacks left in the NCAA that has won a national championship, the other being Trevor Lawrence. That's extremely tongue-in-cheek for those of you who don't understand. But he's I just don't know how good he is anymore. I mean, that was a gruesome injury. Now, I will tell you this. I thought Nick Chubb was done. Remember that injury?
Yeah.
Done. I thought that was a Marcus Lattimore, never going to be the same type of thing. And now he's killing it in the NFL, just killing it. So I don't know enough about the injury and how he's recovered and how he looks. But Nebraska, no brainer here. I mean, they should take him and let him lead them because this kid's a fiery leader. Now, you and I disagree on his impact rating at the next level. And I'm tempering mine just because, not because of lack of talent, just that was a bad injury.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you hear nerve damage, oh, he almost lost his leg. I mean, like you said, it could be he might not be able to play. He did have a setback. He had to have another surgery, and then they wanted to get him on the field by the end of this year, to show that he was healthy. He chose not to play against USF. He said he was only 80%. But I mean, for me, if you're Nebraska or if you're any of these other schools that needs a quarterback, you got to try to get him because worst thing that happens is he comes in and he's not healthy, then he's going to be like an assistant coach, which is basically what he's been. And I think he's going to end up being a coach down the line anyway, because who knows if he gets a shot at the NFL, but just too much potential there. You got to give him a shot. And I don't. What do you have to lose if you're Nebraska? I mean, you're gonna make Smothers and McCaffrey, man. Who cares? They're not playing well now.
Well, I think people are learning, because like I said, there were a couple schools that didn't really want to go on JT Daniels because they didn't want to upset their quarterback room. And their quarterback room ended up being horrendously awful. And I don't think you can think that way at all. You take talent in the portal if you can get it, and then you deal with it from there. Another team that I think should look at him is Penn State because he reminds me a little bit of Trace McSorley, and that's the last time that offense has looked good is when they had a guy like that who could sort of make the right decision and see downfield while moving around a little bit. Now, again, I don't know how well he can move, but if I'm Penn State or Nebraska or one of those teams that just you don't know what your quarterback future is like, take this kid. Throw him out there and see what happens.
I totally agree. So we'll be monitoring to see what happens with McKenzie Milton. You'd have to imagine he's going to try to get somewhere in the next month and try to get on campus for the spring semester. So he's eligible right away. Keep an eye on that. Keep following Mike and I for more transfer news, and be sure to follow us at Rivals Portal on Twitter, where we have breaking transfer news all day, every day. Thanks, Mike.